They're spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush. Content, hold your breath and feel the tension. Devils hide behind redemption. Honesty is a one-way gate to hell. I wanna taste consumption. Breathe faster to waste oxygen. Hear the children sing aloud. It's music till the wick burns out. Be carefree lately, yeah. Just kicking up daisies. Got one too many quarters in my pockets. Counting like the four-leaf clovers in my locket. Untied laces, yeah. Just tripping on daydreams. Got dirty little lullabies playing on repeat. Might as well just ride around the nursery and count sheep.
What's happening, guys? So we are back, feeling a lot better than the last stream, thank God. Feeling like a human again. So we're going to jump on here only for about an hour or so, as I've got a busy afternoon, but we've got NFP starting in about 3.5 minutes. So I just wanted to come on, check out what happens with you guys, maybe get some trades, maybe not. Not saying that we're definitely going to take any trades in this session, but we may take one or two if the opportunity arises. So we're just going to be patient, see what happens, and basically just hang out for an hour or so. What's going on, guys? And yeah, just see what the charts are saying. So let's jump into the charts here. I'm going to get rid of these pure. Where has it gone? Get rid of that. And we're basically just going to see how things play out, if they play out at all, right? So it is NFP. What's up, Shabir? Nice to see you in the chat, man. How are you doing? Basically just come on here for an hour. We've got NFP in about a couple of minutes, which is going to affect all the USD pairs, including the indices as well. Pretty much everything across the board, NFP. Hey Ahmed, how you doing? Thank you for the nice hello. Hope you're all good. Yeah, as I say, we've got NFP coming out in literally 2 and a bit minutes time. What's up, brother? What's going on, dude? Sorry I missed your last 5 time zone. I thought that might be the case. It was about 7 PM here in the UK, so it's going to be like a little bit. I knew that some people might not be able to get in, and actually I was feeling pretty rough. I've been ill the last like 10 days or so with a cold, and then also had food poisoning in there. It was rough, man. It was absolutely rough. But I'm feeling back to about 90% better now. Feeling good, feeling back at it. And yeah. So as I say, it's NFP. Now NFP is a really volatile time to trade, and I don't normally trade it, and I may not trade it at all. We're going to watch to see what happens, just as a bit of education. It's always a bit of an exciting time for the charts because it goes absolutely nuts. If we have a look at the potential forecast, you can see the previous was 250,000 jobs. Okay, I think it's 1,000, and the forecast is now going to be 190, which has gone down, which would technically be a bad news for the USD, and therefore could mean that Aussie USD, Euro USD, GBP USD are going to rise against the pound here, against the USD here, but anything could happen, so we're going to see what's going on. Thank you for the likes, guys, and thank you to everyone who's here. Right, so we've got less than a minute now. Again, as I say, if we find a trade potential, then we'll take it, but we never trade the actual open of NFP. It's too volatile, it's too crazy. One area that I'm looking at, hold on, Shapiro, I'll answer that in a second. One thing I'm looking at here is GBP USD. Obviously we've got this nice range here. We've literally been ranging inside the overnight highs. We haven't broken out yet, or even faked out, so we haven't had an opportunity here. I'm going to show you a trade I had this morning on NZD USD, which was beautiful. So if we just go down to here, just posted that on our Instagram. We had a beautiful trade here. Basically, we had a fake out of overnight highs. You can see we tried to break out. Okay, we had a clean breakout, so I was waiting to see if price was going to break this candle's high for continuation, as we've been in an upward trend for a long time. This candle never did anything apart from close back into the zone. Here we go, we got some news coming in now, and then price eventually did break the candle's low, which I entered on, and we got a nice trade there. But let's go back to our normal pairs and see what's going on. Get rid of that. That was a tester trade that we never took. Clean the chart up here. So Euro USD, what I usually find here is that price will liquidity grab to a certain side, and then it will continue to the upside, right? So it's not even, oh, it is 1 o'clock, it is. So you can see we've had a push down. Now price could potentially now push up to the upside. Shabir, how much do you trade with your account? So I'd like to keep my trading account size private, because I don't find that actually it's necessary for people to know like how much money I make and stuff, because at the end of the day it's not about how much you make, it's about how you trade and if you're profitable or not. But let's just say I do okay and yeah, I always make sure I only risk as much as I want to lose. I never over risk. Sometimes if I feel like a trade is really nice, I may double my risk, but usually I'll no apologies, man. I understand it, you know, it's money at the end of the day that we're playing with, but I've just decided when I went on this journey that I'd keep it quite private. I know some people like put it out there, but my dad always taught me not to tell people about how much money you make, because it's not cool. So I'm gonna follow his rules there. But no, don't say sorry, I'm not offended or anything. It's a question I'm gonna get a lot. But yeah, so we've had the open and price is pushed down here. Okay, no trades to be taken really for me yet. It's quite an involatile NFP actually. What was the result? Okay, so it was actually positive. Look at the forecast compared to the actual result. It was like great for the USD. So I think it's going to be a bit of a not as crazy as we think. What did the indices do? This is another trade I had today on NAS. Okay, ignore this. This is in the wrong place. It always goes in the wrong place for NAS. I don't know why. But basically, overnight highs were here. You can see we had a bit of a weird breakout, whatever, just indecision. Didn't take any trades there, but then finally got a nice clean breakout. Decided to take the trade, and we pushed up. Which TradingView plan do you use to get the replay mode? I just use, I can't even remember actually. I think I pay like £14 a month. Oh, I use the Pro. The Pro is pretty well all you need. Like, I don't need any more indicators. I don't really need to have any more like time going back. So the Pro for me is like perfect. Right, how's gold looking? Let me put this back on. Okay, so gold's had breakout of overnight lows now. Obviously we got like 26 minutes until we get a candle closure, so there's no trades to be taken for us for at least half an hour. At all really. I mean, we could look at trades on the 15, but I don't want to be pushing any trades here, because usually when I'm trading NFP, it can get a little bit sketchy. This would have been a really nice entry here if I'd seen this a little bit closer, but again, because of NFP, would have been a bit sketchy, but this would have been lovely. Okay, you can see we had a breakout here. We closed back in the zone, and then this candle respected this candle's high and broke out just beautifully. And obviously if we had caught that, which we didn't, we were not paying too much attention. So this is hindsight. That would have been a beautiful breakout trade, as you can see, volume came in. But even if I did see that, I don't like trading NFP, because back in the day when I used to try and trade it, it just would either get really lucky or just get burnt, and burnt was the common answer. So anyone traded today? Anyone trading today? Welcome to everyone who's in the stream right now. Thank you for coming. Appreciate you all. We're looking for potential trades here. We're going to be streaming for about an hour. I've got to get off around 2:30, I'd say. So we've got about an hour now. And we're just going to be patiently waiting for some potential setups. News too risky to trade, to be honest. Can't trade it. Yeah, it is. You don't really know what's happening, but this is what I said earlier at the beginning. You can see we've had a push down, a bit of a liquidity grab, and then we've actually turned around to the opposite direction. Usually what happens with this is they sort of get people selling off here, and now price is pushing up. So we're getting some of that action right now, especially on AU. I'm just going to be flipping in between these just to see how price is doing. I'm going to get rid of some of the markings on Euro GBP. This was one I had yesterday. Off stream, obviously. Now I am going to try and get a lot more streams of me trading live for you guys. I really think that's going to be valuable, both for you and myself. So keep an eye out for that. That's why I decided to come on today. Had a little bit of time, but I clicked the live button. But pretty simple. We had overnight lows. We had a nice breakout. Price broke below, and then we just continued down for a 1-to-1, which was nice. This big area here is a past very higher time frame demand zone. This was the fair value gap which I was targeting in that demand zone, which we took out, and price is now pushing up. But I'm going to get rid of all the drawings here just so I can clean stuff up. It's been a really weird day today, and the reason why it's been a weird day is because it's NFP. You can see that we just had no volume here. It's just been like consolidating. So I think that the reason why is just because price has just been waiting for NFP to come out and give some news on that, because it is probably the biggest news day on the monthly calendar each month. We're going on with oil. A nice little supply zone here. So let's have a look inside our supply zone, see if we've got any fair value gaps. I'll read your message in a second, Shabir. Fair value gap there. Most extreme. Yeah. Okay, so if we take that fair value gap out, let's have a look from a higher time frame point of view. That's a beautiful supply zone. You can see we supplied the market heavily with big downward pressure. Okay, this broke structure here. Alright, and it also this was equal lows here, so we also broke major structure, breaking this structure as well. This was an equal closure low here. Trading and funded or what? Hold on, Mike, if you can start live. Yeah, I'm going to try my best to start for a New York session and sometimes London as well. Trading funded. Right now, if I do find any trades, I'll be trading on my private account. Thanks for joining the stream, High-Minded. Check out the channel. We're also doing a $5,000 evaluation at the moment. I've got a video coming out on that. The last video that I've got filmed coming out there at the weekend. And basically just doing that to show you guys how affordable to get funded is with a $5,000 account. I will be doing the 50,000 and 100,000 very soon as well on top of the 5,000. I'm going to go pretty ham on it. I'm going to be trading them all at the same time where I can. So we've got a supply zone here. We're going to wait to see what we can get from this oil supply zone. But for now, we're just basically watching. My week's been good apart from being ill at the beginning of it. So content-wise, I've been very lax. Oh, we've got some alerts going off. That's oil coming into our fair value gap. My man, yes, dude. Thanks for following. Yeah, we've had a bit of a crazy road with the 5K. Obviously, the first one was we did okay, and then I had like literally 4 or 5 videos, I think it was in the end, like completely get it wiped from my thing. So I decided to start another one. Then with that one, I had personal issues going on, so I completely kind of forgot about it, and then it got hard breach on the amount. I thought it was your alert, and then I just started this new one, which has been very consistent. We're 100% on our trade so far. I'm not expecting that to continue, as that is trading, but so far so good. Hi from Colombia. What's going on, Felipe? Thanks for joining the stream. Samo, what would you say for someone in Oz to trade Oz pairs? I mean, for sure, Oz pairs are great. I love the Aussie USD. It's a great pair. Sometimes I trade the other pairs as well, like Aussie CAD and stuff, but definitely, I mean, it doesn't really matter where you are. Just find a pair that works for you and that you feel comfortable with. These are my pairs that I like here on the left here. I've got the 3 majors. I've got GJ, Euro GBP, Gold, US 30, so I've got the 3 major indices. I look at natural gas from time to time, but I never trade it, just out of interest. US oil I do like, and that's what we're looking at the moment, because we're just coming into a potential supply zone. Well, we are coming into a supply zone. Just whether that supply zone is going to give us an opportunity, we will find out. Now, obviously here, if you've been following the channel for a while, we're going to be looking for this fair value gap to get taken out completely before we take any trades. See you soon. Can you explain the difference between order block and demand zone? Basically, same thing. Okay, don't get too confused. Order block, a supply and demand zone. An order block is basically an area on the price where a large amount of orders have been placed and therefore have moved the market considerably. So this is an order block here. This is also known as a supply zone. Supply is when price is pushed down. Demand is when price is pushed up. So this is an order block. This is a supply zone. Yeah, basically you can have like more minor order blocks and more minor supply and demand zones. Depends what you want to call it, but basically they're the same thing. How am I doing? How many pairs do you focus on, Mike? Literally, this is the ones I look at. I would say I would look at the top 5. No, I look at the top 7 the most, and oil. So there's about 8 pairs that I focus on throughout any given day. Obviously, I've got all of the pairs here, which I may jump onto from time to time to take a look at. But I try and look at these. These are the ones I look at the most. Thanks for all the likes, guys. We're up to 5 likes. You guys are rad. Yeah, sorry, Zama, going back to you. Just try and find pairs that you feel comfortable with. Now, I know I like Aussie USD, Euro USD, GBP USD, because they all kind of have a similar sort of reaction to the market. You read any books, Mike? I'm currently reading this book, which is... I don't read many books, to be honest with you, but I'm reading this book at the moment. It's called The Mental Game of Trading. I'll put it up here. It's by a guy called Jared Tendler. Actually, a friend brought this for me, and so far I'm about 50 pages in, and it's fantastic. So that's it there. I don't know if you can see it on the stream. My stream's lagging over here, so I can't see what you're seeing. There you go. So it's a really nice book. So far, really good. And he's actually started off as writing 2 books on the mindset of poker, and has been very successful with that. And many of the top poker players use his book and also have one-to-one training with him. And then also, he's now gone on to the trading side of things, because it's, you know, a similar thing. A system for solving problems with greed, fear, anger, confidence, and discipline. So, currently reading this, and I'll keep you guys up to date with how that's going. He also has stuff on YouTube as well, which I haven't looked at, but I have seen that he does. Haven't read Trading in Zone yet. Not sure. Is that a book? Trading in Zone yet? I'm not sure. Should be. Right, so yeah, no real trades to be had yet. You can see this price action's just pretty whack, to be honest. we're just sort of, market's not really sure. And actually for NFP, it's been a very relaxed NFP, to be honest with you. I think gold is potentially going to be our best potential here, and as I say, US oil. I need that gap to be filled completely by Mark Douglas. No, I haven't read that. I'll check that out though. So yeah, I need this box to be completely taken out by price before looking for a potential setup here. Okay, we've just tapped in, because if we go over to here on the 1 minute chart, we've got a fair value gap which needs to be fully taken out for us to be able to take our trade. The 5 minute gap has been taken out, I believe, pretty much, but we're still going to wait for that potential before we can look for sales. This is looking like a nice area, but a nice push up into the zone. How can we find valid order block in a 15-minute chart? Sure. So finding a valid order block is relatively simple. Okay, now you got to remember that not every order block, even if it is valid, is gonna give you what you want. Okay, nothing is certain in trading. You can never find something that will work 100% of the time. The only thing that you know will happen 100% of the time is that price will either go up or down, basically. Looking for sell on oil? Yeah, we're looking for sell on oil, but we're not looking just yet. Well, we are looking at the moment, but we won't be taking anything just yet. But yeah, going back to see you soon, 15-minute chart. Basically, it doesn't matter what chart you're on, you're looking for an area of strong selling or buying from the zone. So this is a nice order block here. This is a clean 30-minute order block, as you can see. You can see this nice indecision candle here. From this zone, sellers came in and pushed price ridiculously. So there's selling orders up here, and there will still be selling orders up here, which would mean that they want to sell at this point again because it's a great place to sell. Okay, they want to protect their orders and then potentially push price down again. Now it may only push down a little bit, but it may go a long way, but who knows. But anyway, just look for a place where there's a huge, so this is an order block here as well. Okay, it's not as strong as this one because price moved further from this one, but you also want to look for an area where structure has been broken. Okay, so we've broken this lower low here from here, and also broken major structure to the left. So that is a good way to look for an order block. Look for strong movement, and the sharper the move down and the more candles there is, the stronger the area of origin will be. Need to get caught back up. Looking for selling oil. My run rate is 29%. How can I increase? Better give me some advice. 29%, if you, depends on what risk to reward you're going for. Obviously if you're going for 1-to-1, then that's obviously not too good. You just need to back test, man. Just back test. Look at your charts, look at the order blocks, and find ones that work. Obviously you want to be trading in the discount zone, or the discount zone of any move. There's so much to it. You just got to try and find the best blocks you can. So this is a great block, and I'll give you an example why. This is a high probability block. We've got a big move down, okay, and then in this move down, if we take our Fibonacci, we can see that the halfway point is here, and anything above the halfway point is the discounted zone, where it's a great place to sell from. Okay, if it was down below here, okay, we've got one here, and actually it did work out. Could have got a nice trade off this one here, but this is a higher probability trade. We've got a nice breaker structure with a big move down. We've got it above in the discount zone, and we've just slowly made our way up. Now we might not get a huge move off here, but we're looking for a reaction, right? We're looking for a small reaction for us. We're looking for our 1-to-1, then we're going to leave a runner. Can I see your fib settings, Mike? Yeah. Hey Mark, how you doing, dude? Thanks for joining the stream again. Nice to see you, dude. Appreciate you coming in. Clearly 1 o'clock is a good time for all you guys, which is good. I'm good, Mark. Feeling a lot better than the other day. I was feeling absolutely crappy the other day. Just thought I'd go live, and yeah, shouldn't have done it, but there we go. Actually feel like I can think straight today. Shabir, let's have a look at my settings. I've edited them quite a bit. So I literally just have the 0.618 and the 0.50, and then I've got rid of everything else, and I've just changed it to the colours I want. I'm actually getting a bit bored of these colours. I might switch it up, to be honest. Yeah, I'm gonna go white here. Just that green just is super old. And yeah, that's it really. Obviously all these you can use as well, but I just use it for one reason, is to find where the 50% is, and then also the 618 is just an interesting area. As you can see, reaction straight off there from top to bottom. This run, nice reaction there. But I don't trade fibs, I just use it as a tool. Right, let's go back to the other pairs while we're waiting. I've got an alert to tell me if we get filled on that fair value gap on oil. Gold was... Okay, so gold's probably going to be our potential for a trade. Again, we've literally just been consolidating within the overnight highs and lows. We've just broken out of that now. It's a strong amount. We've got 10 minutes till this candle closes. Now, 15 minutes. Could we take a trade here? Potentially. Am I going to? Not sure. I do have losses, dude, but fortunately the last, recently I've had a great run. It's not always that I film all my trades either, but yeah, I will start to show the losses a little bit more for sure. But I'd say win rate rise is between, well, I mean the fair value, the My Forex Funds challenge is currently 100%, which is just unreal, and I can't, that's not going to last forever. But the win rate is good. It is pretty good. Not gonna lie. There's a fly in my room. But yeah, no, I will start to show losses a lot more, so you can see how. Yeah, definitely, dude. Thanks for telling me. There you go. Hope that's all right. Right. So technically this would be a nice 15-minute setup here. We've had a push up, breakout. Do I want to take this trade? If we can come back up to starting point, I may take an entry, or we just wait for the 30-minute, we go for the 30-minute. Cheers for all the likes, guys. Appreciate it. How's the music now, Mark? Is it good? Right, let's clean up this. Yeah, I'm going to do my best to. Definitely. I've got a pretty busy weekend. I'm just going to look at this real quick. We've got potential for a setup on NAS. No, we don't. Price is just ducked down, I can see. Awesome, Mark, thank you. Right, I'm gonna just draw stuff in here. So, right, we've got interesting setup on NAS as well. You can see we've got a bit of a demand zone. It's not the best demand zone, it's a high risk demand zone because we aren't in the discount area. But we could also get a breakout here. Price is wanting to push down, so we'll keep an eye on that. Oh. Yeah, gold would have been a nice potential trade here. This is what it would have looked like if we could have got in on the 15. Obviously haven't made it to our full TP yet, but it would have been already in some profit. How long we got until 30-minute candle closes? This candle's so big, it's not always ideal to take a trade on a candle this big, so I'm not sure I'm going to take one. Yeah, I'm gonna try and go live tomorrow. Probably, I've got to look at my calendar. I've got a busy day tomorrow with stuff, but yeah, I might be able to get on around 1 o'clock tomorrow. I'll mark that out now. See if we can get it done. Do 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 do. You're welcome, man. It's a shame we didn't take that fair value gap out completely on the 1 minute there. That would have been a nice. We could have got a one-to-one trade there, but we're still going to wait. I think price is just definitely going to turn around. From this low to this high, we're down below the 50%. Taking out this gap on NFP open. Price could potentially now look to push it back up. Yeah, hopefully we can get a trade for you guys in the session. As I say, I've got to get off in about 35 minutes to get to another meeting. GJ, what's GJ up to? How long do you usually spend on the charts, Mike? You overtrade sometimes, just want to know some tips. Yeah, overtrading is something that I've struggled with in the past. Used to spend, I spend most of the day looking at the charts where I can, but I try and segregate my trading hours now. So in the morning, London time, I'll trade from 6:30 till like 9, and then I'll leave it. Maybe look at the charts in between. And then in the afternoon, I'll trade around this time or 3 o'clock. I got a strategy that I like at 3 o'clock, and also working on one for 4 o'clock closure and the 5 p.m. candle opening at the moment. So I'm trying to make slots for my trading, which I found now that I do it is a lot better, because overtrading's easily done, right? You just want to always be trading because you like it, you're passionate. It's something that I think a lot of people struggle with, especially if you don't have too much fear when you're trading. It can be an issue. Right, US 30 this morning. Now I'm sad I missed this. It's absolutely stunning. We had so many setups on US 30 today. So you can see we had overnight highs here. We had our first breakout here, and then price pushed down, breaking out the top of this structure, and this would have been a wonderful entry. Okay, we'd have had a stop loss below this wick because this was the first thing to happen. Broken up, and now you can see we just pieced out. If we didn't take that entry, we could have taken this entry as well. We had strong bullish pressure after the breakout. Entry here, stop loss below the wick zone. Wick here, and again, as you can see, 1-to-1 would have been a beautiful winner. And then also we had this candle which closed bearish, okay, and then this candle instantly just pushed up. We broke this candle's high. All right, stop loss would be below this candle here, and again you can see we would have made our 1-to-1 quite easily. So there's so many opportunities here on US 30. I just didn't take them, and it's one, US 30 is not one I look at in the morning that much. I need to look at it a little bit more, and I've been back testing it actually a little bit. I had half an hour earlier, so I just thought I'd do a little back test session, and it's quite good. I need to pay more attention to it. Right, we've got about 2 minutes until the 30-minute candle is closed. GJ has given us potential. Okay, you can see we've had big bullish movement, so we could get a trade that looks something like this, a breakout of the high here, and we'd be looking to target up to around 174. Let's go to the higher time frames. Let's go to the very high time frames. You can see that we've got, you know, beautiful traffic, clean traffic up ahead on the monthly, and not much sign of things slowing down for GJ here. So at a certain time, you usually think supply and demand occurs from your experience. Definitely, the times I don't like them is after 5 o'clock. That's for sure. I don't like any of them after 5 o'clock really. London is nice, and so is sort of like the first 2 hours of the New York session. Isn't US 30 best in New York session just as Nasdaq? Yes, but also we also trade it as well. So the you know, London will trade US 30, and from what I've seen, like literally we could just go back right now. Actually, no wait, we won't. We've got 30 seconds. Let's just keep an eye on this, and I'll show you in a second. So we're still waiting for oil. Opportunities for us are gold, and GJ. GJ is looking the most pleasant right now. So we'll see what the next candle does. Now remember, if you're going to take this trade, you've got to be wary. This is a big 50 pip move, so you want to make sure that you're only risking what you want to. Okay. If we get a trade, that is, we might not. And obviously, if we do take a trade, I won't be still live while it happens because it's going to take a long time to play out. I can't see chat for a moment. Just doing something over here. Yeah, I can make more videos once again. Man, lower the music volume. So, okay, yeah, sure. If it's still a little bit loud, thanks for letting me know. There we go. How's that? Hopefully that's better. Hopefully that's a bit better. Sorry about that. I'll just go back to the charts. Perfect. Awesome. Thank you. Yes, I'll do some more videos on psychology, Shabir. That's for sure. Thanks for the idea. Okay, we're getting a potential here for a entry on... Aha. I'm going to go for a 15-minute entry, I think, if we can get a break. So you've got 3 equal highs there at the moment, so no trade at the second. How many strategies or concepts do you use? I use 2. I use breakout, fake out of overnight highs or Asia session. I also use supply and demand zones with fair value gap confluences. Also have another smart concept strategy that I use, but I use it rarely. And I haven't really gone into depth on that on the channel yet, but I will do soon. Okay, so basically what we've got here on GJ is we've got big bullish volume. We had a closure here. Okay, we had a big wick down. Prices then recovered. We haven't got a trade yet. We're looking for a bit of volume here. Let's quickly just jump to gold, see what gold's looking like. Gold's looking okay. So I'm going to put an alert down here. If gold breaks out of there, we could potentially look for something. I'm not overly thrilled with how GJ is looking now. Volume's just kind of a bit flat here. I'd like to see a bit of more of a wick down before we push up. I'm a part-time trader, because I also have a personal training business. So I'm a personal trainer in London. I'm self-employed, been doing it for 13 years. So this is I'm not full time. It's just extra income. I just enjoy personal training. Even when I get to the point of, you know, being able to be a full-time trader, I'll still do personal training because I just love helping people get fit and stay healthy. It's just something that always enjoy doing, and yeah, it's super fun. Got some great clients that have been with me for years, and yeah, it's cool. Yeah, so not really getting too much going on here. I'm not thrilled with anything that I'm seeing. I am kind of thrilled with this though, which we've missed, so I'm not so thrilled. Had a beautiful boys, we've missed one. We've missed one. That's annoying. There's still an entry. Naz could give us an entry. Alright, Naz's potential here. We missed the 5-minute entry. The 5-minute entry would have been lovely. I'm going to take this Naz trade on a small lot. Okay, we actually got in down here. Going for a 1-to-1. Now the reason why I'm taking this trade, we had liquidity grab below the lows. Okay, we didn't want to break out. We've got a demand zone here, taking out the fair value gap. Alright, so stop loss is now for me going underneath the low there. 4, 6, 4, 7. 1-to-1, first TP up here. It's a high risk trade because this is quite a high demand zone, but things are looking quite nice in this price action. We've had big rejection. We didn't want to close below, taking out the demand zone. So I'm quite happy for this trade to be a thing. Now again, this channel is just for educational purposes. If you decide you want to take a trade, you can, but that's totally up to you, and that is on your back. How many trades do you manage to take a week? It all depends. I try to take between 1 and 3 a day. 1 and 3 a day would be ideal for me. 1 is best. If I can get 1 and be profitable, then I'm good. I'll be happy to just leave that then. So yeah, maybe one or 2 today. I'm actually going to be working on something very soon, which is going to be quite cool, and I'm going to make it a new series, which is going to be compound interest. Okay, now it's compound interest trading, which is where you may, if some of you, oh no, you can't see, but basically compound interest is something where, let me just get this over here. I'm probably blinded right now. Let me get it set up and then I'll show you guys while we're watching this trade. Some of you may know about compound interest, some of you may not. Monthly. Okay. So, if I can get this to go back in where it's supposed to. So ignore the fact that this says months and stuff. Okay, this is compound interest trading. Okay, so let's do 50 months, which would, let's say, 50 trades. So imagine the months as trades. I'm just using this online calculator just for ease. But imagine the months as trades. We're going to be looking to make 15% on each trade a day, starting with a $100 investment. Okay, so you're just going to put $100 into a trading account. If by absolute magic you make 50 trades in a row and you stick to this rules tightly, you'll make $108,000 from a $100 investment. Now obviously that is insane, you know, and if you can get 50 trades right in a row, well done to you. You know, you're a master trader, and I'd like to see anyone who's done that. There probably are people who've done that, and currently on my Forex funds we're at 11, which is great. Now unfortunately I didn't implement this when I started that challenge, because if I did, then we would already be funded by now. But basically the idea of this sort of process is you start with a low input, $100 let's say. Now for your first trade, you're going to be looking for this trade's doing nicely. Look, we're about halfway into profit. Hopefully we can keep pushing up now. Just going to look at this on my MT4. When we get maybe up to around here, I might bring my stop loss to break even. Okay, so I'm going to put a alert there in case we go to break even. If we do go down to break even, I'm going to kill the trade. If we get up to around this area, I'm also going to kill the trade. So yeah, going back to this. Basically, you start with a low amount, $100. You make 15%, risking 15%. Look, yeah, it's looking not too bad so far, Shabir. Hopefully, we can keep pushing. Yeah, so the first trade is obviously $15 profit, potential risk of $15. You have 6 chances before you blow your account if you're looking at 15%. Okay. You then that would be trade 1. Trade 2, you're going to aim to make $17.25 profit, which brings you to here. Then each time you make a trade, you're trying to make 15% on the amount of profit you have currently in your balance. Okay, so you go next one, you can look for 15% of this, 15% of this, and you can see how quickly it grows, especially when we get down to here. You know, after 11 trades, you're already at $465. If you can get 10 trades in a row, you're at $400 from a $100 account. Okay, and obviously you keep going and going and going all the way up to here. Now what happens is if you lose, then you just go back a level, right? So if you made it to this level, the next level you're going to go back, and you'll lose a touch because obviously you're going to be going at $17.25, but you'll only be down a little bit, and then you just have to keep moving up. And basically you want to have your stop loss set so you only lose this amount or even less. So with this one, I'm going to be looking at a really strong risk management plan where we're going to try and get our stop to break even as much as possible. So if we do lose, we only lose at break even. If we do win, then obviously we win. But it might be an interesting challenge just to try to see how we do with that. Put $100 in an account and see how much we can grow it. See if we can get to that 108,000 at some point. That would be pretty cool. So yeah, just a random little thing I'm thinking about doing soon. Okay, this is looking good. So for example, in that challenge, I would bring my stop loss to break even now, right? So we've already got some money locked in, and in fact, I might do the same on this trade because I don't want to lose money today. So we're going to put stop. There we go. That's at the point where I wanted stop loss to go anyway. 497.10. There we go. Come on, volume. Let's get it. Yeah, thanks, man. I think it'd be pretty cool, especially like going on that. It's a bit of a challenge. It's 100 quid. You can put it in and then see like how well we can do with it. And obviously, compound interest is just an insane way to make money, right? Like insane way. So, for example, let's say you did a $5,000 My Forex Funds challenge. Okay, your daily loss limit is $250. So let's say that's your initial investment, because obviously on that day you don't want to lose any more than that, right? So we'll calculate that. Now, obviously, if you get $50, 50 trades right, you're going to get to 270,000. Now, this is what I was saying about. I wish I'd started this when I did the My Forex Funds challenge last. Is because we've got 11 trades in a row right so far. Okay, the 11th trade still needs to be posted on the channel. Actually, I've got to do that this weekend, and then next week I'll continue trading it. I haven't traded it this week because I've been pretty busy. But look, we'd already be at $1,163. Now, this is the point where we'd pass phase 1, because $250 is our starting point. We need to make $400 or $400, which would be $650. So you'd only need 7 trades with a 1-to-1, remember, to get this point if you're risking 15% and potentially gaining 15%. And then after that, you know, you can keep growing and growing. So that's basically it. So compound interest is a great rate to trade. Obviously, it's quite a high risk rate to trade, but you're starting at a low amount, so you could potentially gain a high amount if you're willing to lose, you know, potentially lose $100 if you're not right 6 times in a row, which can happen. But if you're confident and you can manage the risk while you're trading as well and try and keep break even as much as possible, there's no reason why you couldn't, you know, compound interest your money that quickly. So it's an interesting thing to think about. And even if you just did 5%, right, just trying to make 5% on the account each time, okay, you're still growing pretty quick, right? You'd get funded in 20 trades, right? And then you're not risking as much, so you know it would last longer. You'd have more opportunities to trade each time. So let's see. Right, so this area is an area of resistance and something that we're going to struggle to get by. Hopefully we can get by it, but we may come down to break even here. If we do, I'm not worried. We didn't lose any money, but we did potentially gain a trade. But let's see. You have trouble calculating MULS? Wait, am I being stupid? Can you explain that to me? Sorry, dude. I'm not understanding that right now. Oh, yeah, meant to be my, and that's LS lot size, right? You have trouble calculating your lot size, is that right? Yeah. Best thing to use is this pip calculator. Okay. It's on forextime.com. There is another one on a different company. I can't remember which one it is. It looks exactly the same, just a little bit more modern actually. But this is the one I always have on my computer, on my browser. And basically, it's just a way for you to choose which pair you're going to use. Okay, so for example, with this trade, I can't do NAS actually. That's not. I can't do NAS. Let's look for another example real quick. Oh, I can see that we're getting close to break even on NAS, which is a shame. We'd like that profit today, but hey, let's see. Maybe we can flip bullish now. Keep our moving. I've run out of alerts. I've got so many alerts on. I can only have 20 at a time. So yeah, so say you're on Euro USD. Okay, you've got your trade planned out, and you're looking at a 10 pip stop loss, and a potential, and you want to only want to risk. For example, in this challenge, let's say we need to risk $12.50. Let's say, so we'd come onto here. We've got a $10 thing. All right. Obviously, 1 is 100, so you're going to be looking at to trade a $12 lot. You're going to put a 12-cent lot on, and therefore your stop loss is 10 pips. You put 12 lots on, sorry, 12-cent lot on. If you lose, you lose $12. If you win a 1-to-1, you've made $12. A 2, 24, and so on. And then of course you can also calculate your win rate as well. So look, if you're looking at 50 pips with a 12 cents, you're making $60. It's a really good tool, and when I do this series, this compound interest series, I'm going to be using this a lot, because obviously I'll come down to here, let's go to the 15%. Okay, calculate that again, and I'm like, right, I'm on level 4 now, so I need to make sure that I'm going to make $65.59. So I'm going to go on to here again, and I'm going to be on Euro USD. So I need to make pip amount, let's say I've got a 14 pip stop, just random, and I'm going to look for, obviously not 23, that would be insane. So I reckon, let's say 1, no, so it's going to be about 50, maybe 45 cents. What did we say we were looking for again? 65.59. There we go. There we go. So it'll be a 47 cent lot size on my one with my stop loss at 14 pips and my first TP at 14 pips to know that that's how much I need to make, or that's how much I'm going to lose. Hopefully that makes sense. It's a really good, simple tool. There is another one that looks way more complicated, but yeah, man, definitely just take your time with the lot sizes, dude. It's important. It's important. I could have been a little bit more aggressive with the trades I was doing on this one. We could have definitely been a little bit further. We're at 184, but I actually did make a mistake yesterday, and I clicked a small trade I was going to do on my private account, like a really small trade, and I entered it on the My Forex Funds account, and we lost like $4 or something because I cancelled it out immediately. Ended up going in the right direction, so we could have won, but hey. So we're about like $180 or something. Right, we still haven't broken even yet, so come on, let's see some movement from you. Yeah, 100%. When I first started, it was like, I don't like the look at this, breaking this candle's low on the 5. Yeah, definitely the gambling thing is something that happened at the very beginning, but it's easily done. But at the end of the day, if you're gambling, then you're just clicking the button buy or sell, and you're not thinking about your rules. You need to set your rules out, right? So for this example here, we followed all our rules. Oh, are you still looking at? Oh no, this thing's just lagged. Yeah. So let me go on to this real quick. Get my rules up. So this is my supply and demand rules, the ones I follow every time for every trade. Okay, let me get this back up. So same as we followed for this, right? I saw this on the 30-minute chart. You can see we've got a demand zone. It's not the best demand zone, as I said to you, because we are at a high point. We aren't below the 50%, so we are a high risk demand zone, but still it looked quite nice. From the 15-minute here, you can see we had a nice push up, and we have had a nice reaction so far from the zone. So what I'm looking for is a demand zone with a fair value gap within. So I found the demand zone here, this big cluster, which is actually the main body of, or the early body of, no, sorry, this is the main body. Let me get rid of this. When I'm on NAS, this always gets in the wrong place. Main body of the Asia session. Okay, then I go down for a fair value gap, which we found, and it was literally so minuscule. It was almost like drawing a line. It was here. Okay, it was not even that accurate. This little fair value gap here, I know it looks completely tiny and insignificant, but it is very significant. Okay, so I found that. That's my first rule. Then I'm looking for a break of structure. So this area has broken structure here. You can see we've got a high here. From this area, we pushed up and we broke that structure. Okay, so there's a strong buying area there. The next rule, wait for the fair value gap to get filled in the zone. So we actually got filled on this wick down here, which was great, but we didn't get an entry because we didn't break a candle's high. Okay, so this candle didn't break the candle's high, which took the fair value gap. We could have entered here. Okay, this would have been a really bad entry, in fact, because obviously price eventually came down to this point, and stop loss probably would have been below here, so that may have been a loss there if you took that entry. Fortunately, we didn't see that. We came down, we took a liquidity grab below, and the ideal entry on the 5-minute chart would have been here, because we would have already got our first TP by now, which was wonderful. But we didn't get that, we missed that. So then, yeah, as I say, look here, break of a candle high or low. In this case, we're looking for a break of a candle high, which would be this one. And then we push up. Now, ideally, we wouldn't have this big wick down. This was the open of, this was, what's it called? NFP. Okay, normally that wouldn't happen. Normally it would be this candle that's taking it out, and then we'd look for our break. Then we missed the 5-minute entry, so then we looked for the 15-minute entry, because at the end of the day, this is a 15-minute demand zone. We had fill of the gap, candle broke this candle's high. We actually pulled back a bit, so we got in here, and then that's why we entered the trade. So it's just having your rules, right? If you've got rules to follow, you can't gamble, and if you don't follow your rules, then you're not trading properly, and you're not being a good trader, because if you've got to follow your rules. Much easier. You're welcome, peeps. How you doing, Jill? I'm not sure what you mean by that, but you are welcome, peeps. No problem at all. So yeah, that's how you like get around gambling. Is having your rules set, having your times a day set, and then following them. You're not gambling then. You've got an edge that you know works and that you've tested. Whether the strategies that you see I use. Okay, US oil has now just given us a potential. We've just taken out that fair value gap. Now, we may not get an entry. We may just blast through here. So we're now potentially allowed because of our rules, to take a sell if it does show itself in a minute on gold. You're in the sell. Okay, for personally, that would have been a little bit early for me, dude, but I'm hoping that works out for you, depending on where your stop loss is. Because we didn't take out that fair value gap yet. We're taking it out now. We've taken it out. So let's see what we get. Having a big move up. We have got these areas here as well, remember. These areas are of interest too to price. But hopefully you don't get hopefully this works out for you, dude. How's our NAS trade doing? Still mucking around, not really doing much. Stop loss is at break even now on this trade, so it's a risk-free trade. I'm just hoping that we don't get stopped out for break even, because it'd be great if we didn't. A bit of money this afternoon before I go off would be fantastic. Hey Defi Trader, what's going on? Welcome to the stream, dude. Thank you for everyone who's come. I've seen that we've got like 10 viewers now. We had 12 earlier. We've got 8 likes. Thank you very much. There's going to be lots more streams, and I hope you're finding this useful. We're in a live trade right now on NAS, which we found just earlier for anyone who hasn't who's just joined. This is a risk-free trade now. We got our stop loss at break even. We moved our break even when we got to this point, and we're looking for price to come up here for our first TP, which is moving pretty strong right now. Finishing soon? Yeah, I'm gonna have to finish soon. I reckon I'm gonna push it by another 15 minutes for you guys. I reckon I can leave at 22. I can sign off then, and then whatever this trade does, I'll post it on Telegram or and on probably on Telegram. So if you haven't already, go down to the link below, hit our Telegram, and you can see some premium content, some unique content on there. Also, quick question for you all: what do you guys think about a Discord? I'm thinking about, I've got a Discord, but I don't have it active. I'm thinking about maybe activating it, because obviously Telegram's very one way. It's just me broadcasting to you guys. But I think a Discord would be pretty cool, so we can build a community in there where you guys can chat, and we can sort of yeah, have some different rooms with some different stuff, even a meme room where we can post some trading memes and stuff. I think that'd be pretty cool. Now, what I like here is we've broken this candle's high. Just quickly going back to this trade, we had a flip bearish, we did flip bullish, which I was hoping we'd do, and then we've just broken that candle's high, which is good. I like the look at that. It doesn't mean anything's happening for certain, but it's a good sign. Appreciate your kind words, Shabir. I really like that. That's what this channel is about. It's about giving back to you guys and making something fun. I've always wanted to have a YouTube channel. Discord would be nice, would be better as we can talk more compared to Telegram. Exactly, that's what I was thinking. So I think this weekend I'll look to I'll set that up, and I'll be posting that on Telegram and then on Facebook as well. Not Facebook, I don't even use Facebook. Instagram. Also, while you're all here, I've got something cool happening soon. I've been working on this for a while, and probably going to launch next weekend. But we're gonna. I won't say too much about it, but it's gonna be pretty cool. I've been working pretty hard on it, and yeah. I'll give you an exclusive. So it's gonna be some merch, but it's gonna be very like cool trading inspired merch. So it's not just gonna be like boring stuff. It's got some cool designs, and it's gonna be all sorts of different pieces of apparel, and also some other bits and bobs as well. So stuff that you can wear that is cool. Like, I'm a skater by heart, as you may see the skateboards in the background. I love clothing. I love like cool clothes, and I want it to be like, you know, people walking down the street like, that's a cool t-shirt, wasn't saying it's about trading. I never see any clothes or anything like designs that are good about trading. So oh dude, I'm sorry to hear that, Slixy. It's definitely pushing a bit. This area though is still valid for sales in a minute. Like, oil may have taken you out, it's a shame, but if this candle closes back in the zone here on the 15-minute, there's still chance. The 5-minute not so much, but this is definitely a higher time frame zone for me. So an entry would be on the 15-minute chart. Okay. Come on, Naz. Give us that first TP. But yeah, going back, it's going to be t-shirts, hoodies, caps, and then a couple of other cool stuff. And then I'm just going to keep building on it. I've been doing design work for a long time, so I've kind of like merging it all together. I've got the first samples coming in this week, which I'll show on stream, of a couple of t-shirts and hats. Not hats, hoodies. Looking at GU for potential sales, waiting for the sell. Let's have a look at GU then. Potential, yeah. We've had a fake out though of the overnight lows. We've liquidity grabbed, well, not liquidity grabbed really, but we've pushed down. I would say that there's more of a chance of GU heading up if we close in here. And then the next thing for me personally for any trading would be a breakout of the highs here. Let me just get this back on. Yeah, it's more of a buy, I'd say, because for me the only buy next would be as I say, breakout of here, and then where is it? So it would break out, have a candle like this, and then break the next candle's high, and then continue to the upside. That would be the only trade I'm taking on GU right now, or a fake out. We could fake out the highs and then sell, but for right now, probably not much going on. Yeah, there's no real strong supply zones here. You can see it's all a bit of a mess. You know, there may be a reaction off here, but it's not really what I would be looking at. Right. Okay. Oil. Liquidity grab off the top of this high. We've closed back in the zone. Now, for a trade for us to happen, would be... I can just see. There we go. First TP on our NAS trade. Yes. So I'm going to take 80%. Beautiful. Don't know if anyone took that trade alongside me, but if you did, congrats. Close 80%. Stop loss is obviously at break even now. I'm going to leave 20% running. Volume's coming in nicely now. Happy with that. Look at that. So will we get a 1 to 2? Look at that. Oh my days. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Yeah, what's happening, Motivation Mind? What's going on? We've got 10 minutes left of the stream. Just had this beautiful trade on NAS, which we took live on the channel, on the stream, which is awesome. I won't be taking any more trades from now on, as I will be heading off in 10 minutes. But we're just having a look at the charts. Just thought we'd come on here for NFP and see what's going on. Thanks, brother. Thank you very much. Now, I took this trade yesterday on NAS, and I actually closed out here. I haven't taken away the... you can see where I was targeting. Potential targets up there. I took it out because we had our first TP, which was here. And then it was getting like later in the day, 7 o'clock, and I decided to close it all out. But this trade would still be running, and we're continuing now. So potentially, that was a really bad decision. But hey, we still got the bank. So yeah, our first TP was all the way down there. Alright, happy with that. It's good stuff. Right, oil. As I say, oil still has potential to give us an entry. This candle would have to break this candle's low, or this candle needs to close somewhere within the box, or below the box, just not above the box, and then the next candle needs to break that candle's low to get a trade. It is looking promising. We've had this liquidity grab candle up here, okay, which has taken any sort of stop losses off the top, and unfortunately, Slixy, I think you were involved in that liquidity grab up there, as you said. But for now, we're going to look for an entry to the downside. Obviously, I'm probably not going to get that on the stream. I've got to go in about 8 minutes, but I will post it on Telegram if needs be. Oh, thank you for all the likes, guys. I can see we've got 11 likes. 11 viewers right now. Welcome to the stream, guys. If you haven't already, please subscribe. If you're new here, really appreciate it, and check out all the videos on the channel. There's gonna be lots more to come. I hope everyone's gonna have anyone doing much this weekend. Anyone got anything fun happening? Any sports? Anything cool? Okay, that runner is running. This is why we take 80% and then leave a runner, lads. Nice trade. Like to see you streaming, man. Thank you, dude. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely do it a lot more. Definitely do a lot more. Yes, F1 is on. F1 is on. Monaco was great last week. I watched Monaco last week. It was such a roller coaster with the sun, and then it was like raining half the track, then it was raining everywhere, and then everyone was spinning everywhere. It's crazy, man. Please do a video about order block strategy. Sure. So there is actually a video on the channel now. It's called supply and demand strategy, or simple supply and demand strategy that works, or something. And that is the strategy that we use to grab this trade here, which as you can see has played out pretty well. So go check that out. But appreciate seeing you here, Prem. I don't think I've seen you in the chat before, so thanks for joining the stream. But I will be making another video on that very soon. I'm also going to make a video on my overnight my Asia session breakout or fake out strategy. I was toying with the idea of either doing that in this point now or streaming for you guys, but I'm so glad I streamed for you guys. For sure. Appreciate you. Love from India. Yes, love from London, man. I'm smack bang in the middle of London. So if anyone's ever in London, always let me know. It'd be good to meet some of you guys one day. You're welcome, Gil. Is it Gil? Jill? You're welcome. Glad you guys are enjoying it. I'm enjoying you guys enjoying it. Gil, awesome. Right, let's go back to oil. Oil's Germany. Yes, where is everyone else in the world? Germany in the house. Thanks, Sixy. Hope you have a nice day. Keep an eye on oil for potential sales. So you can see, look, we're flipping bearish right now. Netherlands, amazing. Been to Netherlands. I've never been to Germany. Oh no, wrong. I have been to Munich. I had a stopover there one day on a flight, but that was it. I didn't. So I can say I've been to Germany, but I didn't see any of Germany. Netherlands, I've been to there. I've been to Amsterdam a few times. Love Amsterdam. Has anyone been to London? Holding sales on gold from 1973. What do you think, bro? South Africa, hey. South Africa in the house. I know a lot of you from South Africa. Hope you guys are good. Have you seen the guy that's running from South Africa to Tunisia right now? The hardest geezer. He's a friend of a friend, and he's doing amazing. If you haven't seen him yet, check him out on Instagram. Hardest geezer. He started right down I think it was Cape Town or something, and then he's like running the whole stretch of Africa, man. Absolute nutter. Absolute nutter. Never been to England as well. Well, definitely a visit, man. London's cool. London's cool. Oh, amazing, Shabit. Yeah, he's cool, right? He's such a character as well. When I first started following him, he only had like a few thousand followers. Holding sales and gold. Yeah, sorry, mate. I forgot. Look at that. Oh, gold's looking nice. Yeah, yeah. I think you're in a good position there, dude. Price push down. Okay, if this candle respects this candle's high and breaks this candle's low, then that could be an entry for me. That fits my rules. Okay, so I'd be looking for a price there. So if we can get this 30-minute candle to break that candle's low, there is potentially for price to continue to the downside, which is looking nice. I'm also holding from 1976. Cool. So did you guys take the breakout or what? So yeah, that's potential there. I'm gonna set an alert. I'm also still looking at oil, so let's just jump back to there. On the 15-minute, this would be a 15-minute entry for me. Still got 7 minutes. What time is it? Oh man, I got to go in a minute. I don't want to go, guys. I'm enjoying this too much. Yeah, his mentality is great. Yeah, he's such a dude. Best shots, I'm also holding on to gold. Nice. My top TP is at 960. Oh, boys, that runner, though, is still lovely. So what I'm going to do with this runner is actually I'm going to bring my full TP now to probably just above the highs here. So what's that? That's 9537. I'm going to lock in that runner there. So we're win-win either way. Even if we do come down, we're still going to take that money out. Or we may continue to the upside. So what's that? 145371. Wicked. Take care, Mike. Appreciate the stream. It was great. Hope to see you. Definitely, I'm going to be live very soon. I may even try and go live again tomorrow, as you say, as you asked for. Maybe around 1 o'clock GMT for a back testing stream, hangout stream. So let's see. Gold. Let's go back to gold real quick. Yeah, guys. You said your full TP's at 160. It's looking nice. Looking nice. How can you show me the candle on? Yeah, sure. So for me, you can see we've broken out of overnight lows. Okay, this area represents the Asia low, and that is got broken out of. We tried to break back in. It currently hasn't worked. This candle is respected. This candle's high, and now we're pushing down. So I would actually be looking to take a trade personally. I might not, but this is what I would do with something looking like that with my full TP at 960, which is where your guys are heading. So no trade for me yet, but you're looking positive. If this can break this candle's low, you're on a very good road, and we're getting some volume to the downside now. So nice trade, guys, currently so far. There we go. Look at this. Bang. Bang. Pulled out. That's looking pretty. I'm gonna take a small lot size on this actually. I'm taking it. That's nice. Cool. Yeah. No, that's looking nice. Fred, what's going on, Fred? Nice to see you, dude. Do you have a mentor? I don't actually. I've literally. What time is it? Okay, I've got a couple minutes. It's really annoying. I've got to go in a minute. I've got a meeting at 3 and I don't want to go. I want to carry on hanging out with you guys. But basically, started 8 years ago. A friend of mine said, oh, look at this trading thing I've started. Long story short, I started looking into it. Got really into it. He kind of fell off, lost a load of money because he went in too quickly. Thought he knew it before he knew it. And yeah, I've literally just been my own mentor, to be honest, and found people on YouTube, done my research, gone through a lot of trial and error. Now I'm a skateboarder, so I've been doing it for 20 odd years, as some of you may know if you've seen some of the other videos on the channel. And with skateboarding, if you want to get good, you got to fall, you got to get back up, you got to fall, you got to get back up, you got to fall, you got to get back up. Now with the skateboarding, you can keep doing that until you can't walk home properly, and you know, it's like whatever. But with trading, it's a little bit different, because if you're doing it with money, you know, you're gonna blow everything, right? Basically, it's just been a long process of trial and error, and just believing and understanding that, you know, I can do this. And after about probably 5 years is when I started to be really confident with my trading. And in the last like 3, well, yeah, 3 has been 2, sorry, has been fantastic. It's been a long road, I'm not gonna lie. Some people pick it up quicker than others, but for me, it's just been a process. And now, you know, very happy with my trading style and comfortable with what I'm doing, as some of you probably have seen from the videos. And now we're riding until 960. Let's hope the next hour we hit TP. Yeah, exactly, man. Hopefully. So I'm actually in that trade as well. You're obviously not going to see the result for me play out yet, but I will post it on the Telegram. So if you're new here and you haven't already, go check the Telegram out. It's in the link below. It's free. I post on there new videos and a few bits and bobs here and there. I'm going to try and be a little bit more active. And also, for those who didn't see the chat earlier, I'm going to ignite my Discord again. So the Discord is going to be coming out this weekend. Probably I'll sort that out for tomorrow, and you guys will be able to jump in there. And then also we can like chat and create create some stuff. I'm going to just probably tonight work on the channels, get them looking good, and I may even put it out tonight if I get that how I want it. I'm also going to try and do another stream at the same time tomorrow about 1 o'clock. Obviously it won't be trading because the charts will be, sorry, the markets will be closed. We may look at a bit of crypto, but it will be mostly back testing of our strategies. How long have you been trading? I've been trading 8 years. I'd say properly trading and actually being successful 3 years. And then the 5 years up to that was just all learning, trying different techniques, whatever. Just join Telegram. Amazing. Appreciate you, Best Shorts. Yeah. Right, what's oil doing? Oil's gonna give us the mess around. Although this candle has still closed in the zone, so if the next candle pushes up, breaks this candle's low, that's a sell entry for me. Obviously that's not going to be on stream because I am going to have to go right now, which is really annoying. I don't want to. I really appreciate all you guys being here. It actually means the world. It's awesome, and thank you for the support. And I just, yeah, appreciate you guys. Hopefully you learned something. We obviously caught this really nice trade live on the stream. I don't know if any of you got it as well, but yeah, beautiful trade. We've now locked in our profit on our runner here, and we're going to let this bad boy go for the rest of the day. We just entered, I have actually entered the trade here also on gold. It's a nice breakout trade. This candle respected this candle's high, this candle respected this candle's high. We've broken out that low, and we're looking for price to continue to the downside, and we do have a potential demand zone down here. And we're looking for our first TP down at 160, not 1960, which some of you guys have already in the trade, which is awesome. I'm so new to trading, still need to TradingView chart like yours. Like I got some indicators, which isn't that bad. So yeah, just quick. I started trading with indicators, but now you can see what's on the chart is all I use. This isn't an indicator; it doesn't change. It just gives me a visual representation of where the Asia session has been. Okay, I use boxes, lines, and that's it. And this is just a box to tell me about one area, which is one time frame I normally trade. Look at this volume coming in now. This is lovely. This could be 2 for 2 today in this stream. So yeah, I'm gonna have to go, guys. I'm really sorry. I really want to actually stay and hang out for another hour or two, but I'm gonna make sure and do lots more live streams. You guys clearly enjoy it, and I really enjoy it too, so thank you. But yeah, I'm gonna leave the stream here. If you haven't already, give the stream a like, it always helps. But thank you for the 13 likes already. That's nuts. I think that's the highest likes we've had on a stream yet, and I saw that we had up to about 13 viewers as well, which is wicked. So thank you very much. I hope you guys have a great rest of your Friday, and hopefully I'll see you guys live tomorrow about 1 o'clock GMT, and hopefully this trade goes good, because it is currently. I'll post the result of this on Telegram. But anyway, enjoy, have a great weekend, guys. Peace.